Thanks for joining us on Packer Avenue. You know what? I made a wrong turn at Albuquerque and I wound up in Chicago. I think you did the same thing. Thanks for joining Packer Avenue in Chicago. When you think of food in Chicago, I think one of the first things you think about is that deep dish Chicago pizza. Then after that, you might think about the Chicago hot dog and the Italian beef sandwich. This trip to Chicago is actually focused more on a family get-together. So we're gonna try a couple of these things. We found a place called Portillo's that's serving up some original Chicago-style hot dogs and an Italian beef sandwich. So we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. Join us at Portillo's. Okay, so right off the bat, we've got the jazz in the background. Great ambiance here at Portillo's. Little checkered tablecloths. The whole ambiance around Chicago is just fantastic. Been here for a day and a half or so. Friendly people. The city is amazingly clean. It has that real big city vibe, but at the same time, a real friendly nature to the environment here. It's been about 30 years since I've been to Chicago, and when I was here, a friend of mine took me to a famous hot dog place right outside of Wrigley. And when I saw that hot dog outside of Wrigley, it looked like a hoagie. It was full with lettuce and tomato and pickle and peppers and toppings, and it was just one heck of an adventure. And they've got this fluorescent green relish that goes on it. So it's been 30 years for me. We're digging into it. This is 100% seriously a hot dog hoagie. I mean, it's got a little lettuce, it's got a little tomato, it's got the pickle, it's got this seeded, I mean, that's part of the deal from what I understand, is that nice seeded hot dog bun in there. Pickle just popping off. I'm not sure if we're gonna get that on every bite, but we're gonna try with the first one for sure. So, here's the Chicago and the Chicago dog. Almost lost the tomato. That is definitely one uniquely Chicago bite. Got the nice little peppers on the side. They have a kick. Tell you what, if you only had one dog before the end of your life to have, this would be the one to have. And the quality of the hot dog itself is really pretty top notch. And you can see that fluorescent green relish in there. I don't know how they get it that color. And I wouldn't say that it has any special different taste, but it's really a delicious bite. I'm kind of like a mustard and relish guy. These additions are great. And this is manageable. This is the regular size, not anything too not the jumbo, which I think is what I had the first time, and I couldn't even get my mouth around it. But great bite on the seeded bun. Kind of loving Portillo's. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Portillo. I think they're saying mostly Portillo here. But and these nice little peppers, in addition to this reminds me of in Berlin, the mini pizzas with the hot peppers that they have on the side. Same taste, a little bit different shape, but same taste. Nice spice. Let's hear it for Chicago and Portillo's. Okay, so now I think things are about to get a little bit messy. These sandwiches, the roast beef, I think it's kind of a pretty standard thing we grew up with in Philly. You've got the roast, you slice it down, you put it in the jus. This is a pretty wet roast beef sandwich because they douse it with some of the jus to give it the flavor, soften up the bread a little bit. It's pretty hefty. I mean, you saw the thumbnail and you open it up. It's pretty full of meat. In this case, it's the roast beef. I guess this is like Chicago's cheesesteak, so to speak. And here we go for the first messy bite, the Chicago Italian beef sandwich. Beef pops. I mean, this is a beefy bite. You would expect from a beef sandwich, but this is like intensified beef flavor. I don't know if it has something to do with the juice, if there's something added to that to give it that beefy flavor, but delicious. You know, that fatty outside on a roast, you know, that kind of the good bite or the nice crispy bite on the outside. It kind of has that flavor to it, but it has a very lean meat on the inside. So it's like they've somehow captured that beautiful, delicious, fatty flavor in a lean meat on this, like, pretty standard, like, hoagie roll. This is kind of unique as well. It's a nice long sub roll, not to be confused. They really can tell the difference, like, regionally, like with the Amorosos, Delicios, and even when you go to the beach, like in Ocean City, South Jersey, the Formica and Randa bread, definitely differences. This is kind of a nice compliment. This works really well together. It holds the sandwich together. I got some hot peppers on this one. It's like kind of falling off the edge. Nice spice and a different flavor than the peppers from the hot dog. They have this really nice, beautiful pickled vegetables, primarily carrots, in there. And it's got a name, and I'm not going to pronounce it right, but we're going to write it underneath. But that's a unique addition and taste added to the flavor profile in this Italian beef sandwich. That's pretty beefy deliciousness. Actually, I've had this before. I'm here early in the day, and this is really tender and really juicy. Sometimes later in the day, that beef, even though it's laying in the juice, it kind of dries out a little bit. But this is beautiful. Nice, tender, juicy, early in the day Italian beef sandwich in Chicago. Pretty darn delicious. Nice combination. Breakfast of champions here in Chicago. That Chicago dog and this Chicago Italian beef. Love the rich beefy taste in this. They're doing it up, and it's a nice little change of pace from the cheesesteaks that we've been eating in Philly. Quick trip to Chicago, eating the beef, and kids, the vegetables on here as well. Not the broccoli rabe or the spinach, but this nice little pickled condiment. A good bite, a healthy bite. We've got the vegetables in there as well. So Portillo's classic Chicago bites, breakfast of champions here in downtown Chicago. I think we're going to head over to the Navy Pier and hook up with Sam. See you at the pier. Okay, doing a quickie here, only have a little bit of time in Chicago. Team paired up again, thank God, having a great time. It's going to be a shorty. We're stopping at a Potbelly.
We're going to go for the original size Avo turkey. Wheat, please.
Potbelly, if you've had it before.
Yeah.
It's not a pizza, it's not a hot dog, and it's not a roast beef, but it is.
It's better than Quiznos.
And you've had these a number of times at like
O'Hare,
yeah. So kind of a Chicago staple in a way. Get a close up, and
I've already taken a bite, but it's super yummy, guys.
And what it be?
This is the Avo turkey.
Okay.
With hot peppers.
And mayo.
Yeah, it's really good.
All you mayo haters out there, we're doing mayo even here when we're in Chicago. Love ya. This is a pretty kickin' sandwich. It's all grilled. You saw it get put into the oven. Great bite. Better option. If you had a Quiznos to look at, don't look at it. Find a Potbelly. Check it out. This is a pretty lovely, delicious sandwich. We're loving to love and sharing it up. Tearing and sharing. Peace. Thanks so much for being with us in Chicago, this little trip, the side trip, this little family adventure. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and make sure you tell a friend. And we'll see you real soon on another episode of Packer Avenue. Till then, peace.